afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to My Tiny Retirement. I'm Christine, and today we are in the kitchen, and I'm doing my very first collaboration, YouTube collaboration. The organizer, the YouTube site hosting it is Simply Jan's Homestead, or Simply Jan Homestead. And the name of the collaboration is #What'sCookin' Collaboration. I'm going to put the links in the description down below. She has organized all kinds of really interesting YouTubers that have some really great recipes. I am doing a chicken spinach scampi sort of casserole type thing. I don't know what you'd call it. I've been making it for years. So that's what's going on there. I'll list everything down below. So what I've got everything all prepared. In here I have cooked linguine. I don't know if you can see that, probably not. And it can be anything you, oh, it just peed down my leg. Ooh. Anyway, I have cooked linguine. You can use any kind of cooked pasta that you want. If you like penne, that's fine. If you like macaroni, that's fine. Since I'm trying to do a scampi sort of thing, I'm doing linguine. Alright, so put that aside. I have all of my ingredients ready. This is about a little under 2 pounds of chicken. And I used just the skinless, boneless chicken breast. It was what was in the freezer. And you can see I've cut it up into bite-sized pieces, and I've seasoned it with just plain kosher salt and pepper. I have grated, this is quite a bit of garlic, I know. I grated it with this is actually my cheese zester, because we like quite a bit of garlic. We've gone over this before in other videos. But I don't like chewing into a big hunk of crunchy, pungent garlic. Blah. I don't want that. So I have butter for sauteing, and I love the flavor of garlic and olive oil. It's a classic scampi flavor. So we'll be sauteing our garlic and chicken in that. Little salt, little pepper. This is frozen spinach. I would not use a fresh spinach for this because it's going to shrink down so much. This is just a bag of the frozen steamable spinach, and I thawed it out and squeezed out all of the liquid. I don't know if you could probably use a canned spinach and it would be just as good, but you would need to, really wring that out too. And I just did it. I did it in my colander with my hands. Just make sure it's good and dry. I have grated Parmesan cheese. This is my homemade mayonnaise, and I'll post a link to this in the description below as well, because I did a video just pretty recently on how to make this, the foolproof mayo. It's really good. So I have that. I have cheese, and it's supposed to be Gouda cheese, but Mitch couldn't find it, so he got mozzarella. Cheddar would work. Any of the cheese that you like, and and since it is supposed to be a scampi thing, I would do a Fontina or a Havarti, any of the melty Italian-y kind of cheeses. So we've got stringy cheese. It'll work. And then at the end for the topping, breadcrumbs, butter. And we'll do that at the end. We'll do that at the very end, okay? So for right now, I'm going to do my chicken first. I'm going to do my chicken first. Is this... I don't know how hot this is. Ooh, pretty hot. I had this on and then went and did something else, as I tend to do. So I'm going to do that, put my olive oil in. And you know, I'm one of those cooks that don't measure. I'm sorry, I am. I don't measure anything. So, oops, where can I put that? Ooh, you know where I can put it? Right there on the spoon trivet. Imagine that. So, I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Now, oops, I'm in my own light. Oh dear. There we go. Is that not a beautiful thing? Melted. And what I'm going to do is, I'm sorry for the shakiness. I've lost my fabulous assistant. He's up driving around the property. He found a foxhole. So I'm going to do this in batches, and I'm going to brown my chicken. And I'm doing this before I do the garlic because I don't want my garlic to burn. It probably would be better, the butter would taste better if I had put like a clove of garlic in here first, but I didn't, so such is life. And since this is going to go in a baking dish once we mix all of our ingredients together, it's okay if the chicken isn't quite cooked all the way through. I'm just trying to give it a nice saute before it goes in, so that we don't end up with all kinds of chicken juice and stuff inside. I'm going to have plenty of liquidy, juicy, creamy, yummy goodness. Now, I need to give you a disclaimer. This is not a fat-free dish by any means. Don't even worry about it. Okay, so that's looking pretty good to me. Whoops. Sorry about that. Anyway, let me back up here a little bit. That's looking pretty good to me. It didn't really brown the way I intended it to, because I messed with my burners and I probably shouldn't have. But that's alright. Valuable. Oh, I didn't. In you go. All of it. Alright, I'm going to put a little more oil in. Yeah. Okay, you guys, I got to show you my spoons. I have to show you. Oh, they kind of got gunk on it. That's alright. Can you see that? Can you see the little rooster? Oh, I left one of my lights out. Oh, thank you. Mr. Time Retirement to the rescue. Alright. Now this does not get left in there for long. There is nothing worse than burnt butter. But I'm just sauteing a bit. In fact, I just turned my burner off. Okay, and I'm putting it right in here. Alright, so I am done with that. So now, my spinach. Here's my special ingredient. Here is my special ingredient. This is my homemade mayonnaise. I already told you I would put the link in the description below because I just did a video on that very recently. I feel bad. I feel like I'm not looking at the camera. I'm looking down. Alright, see? Check out that mayonnaise. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I told you this was not fat-free. You put the whole container in. Wash that out. I feel like it needs some lemon juice. So off the cup, I'm adding an ingredient. What was that, a quarter cup? Just a little, just a little. And if you have fresh lemon juice, oh, even better, or some lemon zest. I don't. I'm poor. I don't have any of that stuff. Oh, can I ask for your assistance?
Yes. What do you need?
I need, at this point, I would like to taste this with the Parmesan cheese in it.
You already have it grated?
Yep, it's all grated. If you could just...
Sprinkle a little?
No, just dump it. Yeah, sprinkly. I like sprinkles. Look at you all fancy.
That's me.
Oh,
Yeah.
and there it goes.
That's me, Mr. Fancy.
Right out the window. Right out the window. So there we go. And I don't know how much Parmesan cheese that was. Just if you like a lot of Parmesan cheese, go ahead and put a lot in. The more the merrier. You're already, I mean, what have you got to lose? There's, I don't even know how much fat and calories is in this dish. But you are going to be comforted from the inside out. I can promise you that. All right. All right. I use, you know, a nonstick spray. You can do butter if you want. Just something, because this is going to stick. And when it sticks, you are going to cry. Okay, so you take a good amount, a good layer. You can do this like lasagna. And you will, obviously, you'll be washing your hands a lot. And you kind of, honey, can you look through the camera and make sure that the guys at home can see this dish over that dish?
I don't see anything in the screen.
There's a button on the front.
Okay.
A little button. Press it quick.
Yeah. Well, you can't see because of the bowl.
Is that not what I just asked?
Yes. Yeah. All right. All right. Here you go.
All right. Let me
There you go.
do this.
There you go.
Okay. Best kitchen tools are clean hands. You are going to take a slice of your cheese. You are going to take another slice. Do you see what I'm doing? Are you with me? The nice thing about this, you can make it a head if you want to. Put it in the fridge. This freezes really well too. So if you've got a busy week coming and you know it's going to be busy, and we've all had those weeks where it's like, tighten your girdle, cuz you're going to need one. And here we go again. I'm just going to keep going until this pan is full. And even if I have leftover casserole that is not going in here, how long will this last in our house, honey?
Not long. It's good stuff.
Did you notice that Stanley is in my chair again?
Oh, yeah.
Needs to go elsewhere. Is that not beautiful? I'm going to cover this in foil. I am going to cook this. Now keep in mind, everything's already cooked, all right? I'm going to crank this up to maybe 375 or 400, maybe even 425, because it's all cooked. I just really need to make sure everything gets right back up to temperature and that there's, you know, that it's good and warm and bubbly and all that cheese is melty and delicious. I'm going to do 425. I'm going to be daring. Now, this teeny little oven, I don't really need to preheat it. And I'm going to do this for probably 30 minutes. I'll do all these dishes tomorrow. They don't bother me. They will in about an hour, though. Alright, so the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make my breadcrumb topping, which is as difficult as mixing breadcrumbs in melted butter. And you put just enough crumbs in until you can coat them with butter. And you have a nice crumbly mixture. But what you don't want are your breadcrumbs just soaking in butter. That would not be good.
So I don't know, can you see that? That's about the consistency that you want. That's about what you want right there. Whoop, sorry. You see that? They're not soaking wet, but yet they'll brown up nicely.
Alright, so now all we have to do, and did you hear this beep behind me? That's preheated. That's how quickly it happens. Usually it happens quicker, but this is a very high temperature setting. So anyway, the only thing we have to do now is wait for this to be nice and bubbly and really steaming hot. And then we're going to take the tin foil off, sprinkle a little of our crumb on top of it, and then stick it under the broiler for, I don't know what, 5 minutes? Long enough for it to brown, right? He doesn't hear me. Do you ladies have that problem? Nice thing about unfinished countertops, I don't worry about scorching. Oh, can you smell this, Mitch?
Yes, I can.
Oh my good Lord, smell that. Oh, so good. Check it out. So what I'm going to do now, alright, you know what? That's not work for me. And again, clean hands. Best tools in the kitchen. Too hot. Okay, I'm going to put this back in because I want to brown that and get it all nice and melty and crunchy and oops. All right, so broil. I'm going to just do 5 minutes, and I'll check it in 5 minutes. Let's give this a peeky peek. Oh, it looks perfect. Does that look good to you?
It does. I like it when it's a little carbonated on top there.
Well, it makes it a little extra crunchy. Now we just need to let it sit and rest for a minute. More like 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I gotta let the cheese settle down.
Yep, then I'll scoop some out for you.
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm going to knock that over again. So you need to come and take a bite.
Well, it's just fit in.
Alright. I have a salad for you.
An egg on a room.
Okay. Oh, look at this. This is quite a serving. I'm so sorry.
No, don't be cookie.
I know it. Look at the cheese. Oh. Look at this. It is creamy. I don't know if you can see that. It is cheesy and melty. All right, 5-second rule. All right, you need to take a bite. All right.
I'm gonna be in the shot or not. This is that cheese.
It's hot.
I can see. Whoa.
That's a big bite.
See you later.
You have a salad. Well, that's mine. Yours is a nice big one.
Oh. Thank you.
You guys, that was so stinking good. Yes. Mr. Tiny Retirement and me, Mrs. Tiny Retirement, ate all of this. We don't need to go any further than that. It's so stinking good. The one thing I do want to say is it would have been better with Gouda. Gouda is a stronger cheese than mozzarella. Although the stringiness was kind of fun, you know, like a lasagna cheese. It was kind of fun. So that's the one thing that I would say. You could also do this with shrimp, I would imagine. Any sort of light meat like that. It freezes beautifully. It's one of those make-ahead meals that is really easy to put together. But 25 minutes when you're home from a busy day, you have dinner. 25 minutes, a half hour, you have dinner. All ready to go. It is not a diet-friendly food, but with the colder weather coming, it's September right now, almost mid-September, it is so comforting and so filling. It is rich, and you will not leave the table hungry, nor will any of your family. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
I'm getting Stanley. because he's not supposed to be in Mummy's chair. And we catch him there all the time. How did my pillow get moved? My back pillow. Oh, you don't know? Oh, he must have thumbs. Good Lord.